The Tale of the Pollox. A sailor was telling this story to a lad of 8 or 9 years. The boy listened very intensely, then silently shed a few tears. "'Tis the tale of the old Pollox, and a sad one it's going to be. A hellish life we men did live, as that honey barge crawled o'er the sea. She was never much of a fighter. Her guns were small and few, as regulation as could be, but that did not bother the crew. Our water supply was rationed. Just a few drops did we get. The officers thought we had plenty, not enough for a toothbrush to wet. The cook had an old feather duster he used for years, quite a few. He'd dip it in boiling hot water, and the result he called chicken stew. The Castor was our sister ship. She also was ancient and lame. With these two teamed together to the Navy could only bring shame. From Diego out to Pearl Harbor, many were the days that it took. The captain vowed that we'd make it, and he issued copies of the Lord's book. Our prayers were finally answered when Molokai came into view. It would gladden the heart of anyone to see that happy crew. But at Pearl we got no welcome. They told us we could not stay. The captain said, "Please, we need repairs. Then we'll be on our way."
What are you
To
reading,
our
honey?
pleas, they finally listened. Our repairs eventually made. That floating abortion of an ark sailed, and once more the crew prayed. Days later, Midway came into sight, so desolate, lonely, and bare. That island skipper soon told us that we were not wanted there. He thought he was being invaded by ghost ships out of the past. We convinced him we were friendly, without repairs no longer could last. Days later, our ship had been mended. We weighed anchor early one morn. By now we were all so disgusted we wished we had never been born. Okinawa came next in our travels. Nahe, to be more precise. A dreary island of rain and mud. It was far from anything nice. There was nothing was accomplished, just chipping and painting all day. Chipped down all decks and ladders, that was all they knew how to say. Though we chipped and scraped through long hours, we could not keep up with the rust. Layer on layer of paint we applied. To the metal, all was left just a crust. Christmas came early for us that year. The Lord's birthday we spent at sea. I was peeved, but a friend of mine explained the deal to me. If Roosevelt could change Thanksgiving to make it come 1 week hence, this ship could change the birthdays of Jesus Christ. But to me, it still doesn't make sense. Next on the agenda was Sasebo, on the southern tip of Japan. Here liberty even was rationed 1 out of 4 for each man. From Sasebo shortly we did sail, this bum's rush by now getting old. Our voyage up to Yokosuka is one that should never be told. We passed through the Korean waters, some income tax to save. More than once I thought we were goners, with the Sea of Japan as our grave. The watch on the Pollox grew boring, and the crew did then go to sleep. She wound up with holes in her bottom, and the water beginning to seep. "But, sir," to the bureau, the Commodore cried, "we really accomplished a feat. These perils we faced for a purpose. We saved Japan's whole fishing fleet. We lost an anchor or two ourselves. That Jap is still cursing, I'll bet. Of all the whole ocean, to lose them, they landed in his fishing net." We reached those 2 floating boxcars for a while, no more anchors away, then broke out paint-scraping equipment and followed the plan of the day. For months, they let us hang around. Then back to Korea we went, again to save some income tax. Many government dollars were spent. Uncle Sam, you sure pulled a boner when you put these ships on the seas. The biggest mistake since Truman. I prayed, deliver me, please. Just what we did in Korea, I'll bet you could never have guessed. We went in armed with cases of beer and bravely did our best. The mission was very successful. Each man drank all he could hold. We went there for a beer party, but the beer was not even cold. The crew all carried their cameras when we went in on the beach, taking pictures, both right and left, of things in sight and in reach. Then back again these nightmares came to beach as they had before. You've seen the same a dozen times, a wreck up on the shore. At long last, my dream came true. I got what I most wanted, a transfer from that ark. But, son, my dreams are still haunted. I don't know what happened to her after that. Her true fate has never been known. I suppose it's somewhere in this world she's limping and lumbering on. Just like the Flying Dutchman, she's destined forever to roam, a ship without a purpose, a ship without a home. Don't cry, my son, for I'm finished, and in life, lad, as you grow old, if you ever think you have troubles, just remember the tale that I've told. All names and places are true to the nth degree.